Good. Okay.
Leave that in.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be.
We had a chance to meet this young man, and boy, that's just a straight shooter with upper management written all over him.
And welcome back to the channel. You might be wondering why I'm talking like this, and that's because I'm currently sick. I've got winter flu, winter sickness, chest infection, whatever you call it. And I can't elongate words, I can't speak in the way I would speak normally. So I've got to speak very professionally.
Very demure.
Very demure, yes. Very mindful. But yeah, welcome to HCW Show Squared, the show with a format or formula of the HCW Show podcast, and it's found in the power of, you guessed it, 2. I'm host, please, as always, D-P-Z.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I gotcha.
And I will actually be the co-host for tonight. Because, well, as you can tell, I can't speak properly. Like, I've got to lean into the microphone or lift it like this or something. I can't. So I'm in no position to actually do what I would normally do. So it is with that I will pass on to the host of this week's episode. Go ahead, host.
You know me, it's that M.I.C. Craig, aka Mr. Impact. This is the HCW Show Squared, and this is where the TNA takeover of NXT begins, starting with me. TNA are coming to cross that line.
I didn't sign up for this.
It's happening. Buckle in, it's happening. TNA is taking over. For this week's episode of NXT, I forget the date because I watched it the day after it aired, and I'm no good at doing.
It was the 24th of September.
24th of September. There we have it. I guess without any further ado, we should kick things off. Starting with going straight into the women's North American title match. Kehlani Jordan taking on Ren Sinclair of the Ren QCC. Ren accompanied by the rest of the Ren QCC. The match lasted 9 minutes and 46 seconds, which is longer than I thought it was going to last. And so it started off Kehlani getting her own back on Ren Sinclair with a slap of her own from the callback to last week. Kehlani controlling the majority of the match before the commercial break, and then Ren takes control after they come back from the break. So it's nicely paced out with both people, everyone getting their shit in. Kehlani ends up escaping from a full Nelson after Ren blocks the split-legged moonsault attempt. There's a lot happening in this match, including Ren throwing Kehlani outside with getting a distraction from the NQCC attempting to distract Kehlani. Didn't work. Ren comes jumping off the top rope, taking out Miles and Tavion. Kehlani throws her back in. We get a step over heel kick, followed by the one-of-a-kind split-leg moonsault, and Kehlani Jordan retains the Women's North American Championship. And I figured, since I'm taking over hosting duties for this episode, I may as well do some ratings. Shock horror, and I've gone with 2.25 stars for this one. Solid match for the time they had for the start of the show. A nice way to start it off. We had the callback with the slap. Didn't really expect Ren to pick up a win here, as much as I was really rooting for her to win this one. Was not expecting it. Still a banger of a match, and Charlie Dempsey on the outside looking a bit get excited, like being impressed, but then being disappointed when Ren takes out the rest of the group. So a bit of everything there from Charles. What did you make of this match? Because his good way to start off. So
Yeah. I gave it 3 stars myself. I thought for an opener, it was a very good opener. It set the tone for the rest of the show, which is a very common thing that I think we say on here for the opening match of the show. It was also the second longest of the night, and we'll get more into this, but that was the second longest of the night. I wrote here, it's nice to see Ren and the NQCC gain more traction with the crowds because they're getting more reaction. And also Kalani getting a more, quote unquote legit win here with someone like Ren, who is an established person in the world of wrestling herself. So it's good for her to bolster her reign a little bit as champ as well. I did have 2 extra points though as well. I don't know if you caught it, but I got a glimpse of an evil side to Kalani.
I didn't pick up on that.
So when she pinned Ren at the end, her smirk when she wins is very evil, like sort of gremlin-esque.
Stripe, getting a stripe from Holly.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Don't feed after midnight, sort of thing, But no, it's just a vibe I got. I could be off that, but with Halloween Havoc on the way, it could be something to lean a bit more into.
I think I might have to go back and watch it and see if it sticks out. But all in all, solid match.
Yeah,
can't really.
I also had one more bit as well, and it peeved me a little bit. In that, in the middle of the match, like maybe near the start, they put a little graphic on the screen, and it had Vic Joseph, Mike Rome, whatever, and they all had their little roles and stuff. It was like Vic Joseph's play-by-play, Mike Rome is the ring announcer, and had Booker T. And under Booker T's name, it said analyst. And first of all,
Okay.
I don't think I thought was, I don't know in what world you call what Booker T does analysing.
Yeah, it's very much catchphrase.
Yeah.
Catchphrase.
Shucky,
he's got-
quack, quack, and all that.
Yeah, it's very much catchphrase. Also, shout out Mike Rome because he's been away for what feels like a month, and now he's suddenly back. Like, Alicia Taylor has to pull double duty on SmackDown and NXT. I'm a huge fan of Mike Rome. I don't know where he's been. Hopefully nothing serious, but glad he's back.
Wait, that was Mike Rome. I thought that was Tom Phillips.
I mean, Tom Hannaford.
Of course, yeah, sorry.
One half of the best commentary duo in pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hannaford and Ray. But yeah, decent start off for Women's North American Championship. A nice way to continue however long Kalani's reign's going to be. Nice way to bolster it, get some names under her belt, and have some good solid defenses. Not an awful lot to complain about there. Nothing to complain about there. Maybe. No, I think the timing was even right for it. For a TV match and for the level of these wrestlers, I'd say the time was just about right. Maybe gone 10 minutes just because it annoyed me a little bit that you had to go to 9:40 to 26. Go 10.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then we get a media montage about the debut on the CW next week, featuring Trick Williams and the Heartbreak Kid, John Michaels. Although I'm not really sure you can call him a kid anymore. But yeah, they're just saying what people can expect from NXT on the CW, and they hyped it a lot. No surprise. Seeing it's next week. It's like it's come out of nowhere, even though it's been building for what feels like a year.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think ever since they announced it, it was like, oh, Raw going to Netflix, Sentinel's going to USA, and NXT's going to CW, and after that it was like, did you hear that, guys? We're going to CW in October. It's like,
Yeah.
and they were saying it's like I think like May or April.
I don't know. It feels like it's been going for a while.
Mm.
But yeah, so just standard from Triple H and Trick Williams. Of course, it's going to be them two. On the media,
Boo.
play, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of media, we go to part one of the NXT press conference.
Yep.
We kicked off with the NXT champion Ethan Page. He's asked if he feels the pressure. Page says pressure comes with the territory of being champion. He's always dreamed of carrying a brand on his back, and says he's doing it well. He's then asked what Trick does well. He said he's resilient but won't beat him. Personally guarantees Punk won't be a factor, and says he's going to speak with him, Punk. And that's it for Ethan Page.
Yeah. But a credit to Ethan Page, because even something as tame or boring as a press conference, he sells it well. He makes it like it's like something quite mediocre is quite interesting now.
Yeah. Because this is. I'm not. First of all, I'm not even sure anyone in that room was an actual journalist. Like, I don't, because typically in those kind of things you have to say your name and what publication you work for or you're with. But nothing like that. It's just random people speak.
Yeah, I don't think they were. I think they were just you. Yeah, you'll do.
But I mean, they literally had Chris Van Vliet there the day before.
Yeah.
Or Chris before. Like, you could have stuck around and you could have had someone legitimately there to ask questions or have media like pop up on screen with Zoom questions or whatever.
You could have invited HCW on. I probably said no because I'm too ill to do it. But you could have had Craig do it maybe.
And then just me asking, so why aren't you working with TNA properly? Why are you sending people who don't work, who are barely on TV to TNA?
Why are you asking Ethan Page this?
Then we go to the break. We come back from the break, and we're backstage with CM Punk, who's talking with Javon Evans. Trick Williams then walks in. Trick thanks Punk for stepping in, especially as referee. Trick doesn't want to go. Trick doesn't want to go out by Page. You doing anything underhanded.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure Page is playing by the rules. Punk says he won't let Page cheat. He won't let Trick cheat. Punk hopes that Trick wins, but he won't. But he's giving no favors.
It sounds like it is.
Yeah, I mean, saying you're supposed to guest referee and you're saying you want someone to win it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out, but yeah, it's not a good idea. Like when you're saying,
I've still got my pitched ending for that match. So
yeah, a little DM hunk involved. And now it's time for I wouldn't say the most CW show in WWE history, but that's next week. Followed closely behind, however, is the Grayson Waller effect. Waller and Theory are back in NXT with special guests Fraser and Axiom, the NXT Tag Team Champions.
You have no idea, by the way. It broke my heart when I heard Grayson say, "It's the Fraser and Axiom. It's Fraxium." Like,
it was for so long now everyone's catching up to it.
It's like it must have been there before. It's just like I never heard it before until I started noticing it.
Was it the Mandela effect?
Yeah, exactly. But he calls Fraxium a Power Ranger, and he calls.
And Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Wallace says that they brought out the big guns for the last NXT on USA. Both start lifting. Theory and Waller both start listing off their achievements. It's more so Theory of two-time United States champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, the man who pinned John Cena at WrestleMania, and also how they're the two who brought down the SmackDown Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania.
A very weird contrast tag team here. It's like Grayson's done next to nothing.
Yeah. Like, I thought during some NXT he would have been perfect for the North American Championship. He won the first ever
Iron Survivor.
Iron Survivor. Thank you. It's gonna drive me mental.
You know, I never written down.
Yeah. Then Waller welcomes the champions Fraser and Axiom. Said that it would be great on SmackDown, but as solo contenders. So trying to sow some seeds there. Excuse me, what? To the next page.
As solo contenders.
So indeed. Then Nathan Frazier says Fraxium are fine because, you know, when a tag team says that they're fine, it means sure they're going to be fine. Yeah, sure. Just like Bullet Club are fine. But A-Town Down Under saying that I was like, so Fraxium fine, but Downtown Down Under aren't, saying that they watch SmackDown every week just to see who will turn on, which one will turn on the other. I like that a lot. Wallace says when they win the tag titles, Fraxium are done. Axiom says they didn't plan it, but they become the Grim Reaper of tag teams, then listing off all the tag teams that broke up. Not sure Chasey was their fault, or the Rask, or MSK were their fault either, but alright, if you want to go with that, sure.
You know what? The game's the game.
Yeah. I mean, take the wins when you get them, and like, just take the win. Fraser then questions why Theory's name isn't in the Grayson Waller effect show name. I don't know the thing, but asking why it's not the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory effect.
Yeah.
Theory then starts to
There's a bit of a
think on it a little bit.
It's a bit of a mouthful, that's why.
Yeah, and it was called that before it became a team. Theory was on the main roster before Grayson Waller even got there. Yeah. But sure, let's make something out of this.
Yeah, it's time for the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory effect.
Yeah, just
so
all right, cool. Then Theory starts to question it. Him and Waller have a little, almost a set two, but Waller quickly turns attention back to Fraxium by just a cheap shot at Nathan Fraser. They brawl, and then A-Town Down Under pose with the tag titles.
Cool.
Big fan of the Grayson Waller effect. I've been for quite some time.
Yeah.
Glad to see it on NXT again.
And I've got a hot take here. The Grayson Waller effect is the best current WWE talk show. Or, you know what I mean, like a what's the word for it? Like sit down segment thing.
I'm pretty sure behind Miz TV isn't. I don't think there's another one, is there?
I mean, there's the KO one. Every now and then he does it.
Yeah, I think this is more frequent though, and
yeah,
you know what you're gonna get because it's two. Obviously, they're all very different in their own way. I mean, he streams it live on Instagram for crying out loud, which I think is a great touch. Yeah, I mean, but don't watch the Instagram stream if you're watching it on TV because you know, not live.
I mean, I kind of want
live.
I kind of want Carlito to bring back his crib. You know, Carlito's crib.
Yeah, I mean, great, but I don't think it will suit the Judgment Day thing. I would love to see. What's it called? Carlito's Caribbean.
Crib was it? Was it Crib?
I don't remember. I can't remember what it's called. The set looked incredible.
Mm. It was like the fucking palm trees and like the
and hammock, yeah. So good. I didn't think I'm gutted that he's lost the theme song
Yeah.
because every so often I'll just walk around the house and just in my head go, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't even fit the apple anymore. Like, bro, what we do? Oh, just a banger. What a banger! But yeah, so we get eight Grayson Waller effect back on our screens on NXT. Always a big fan of these segments because Grayson Waller is excellent. I don't want Theory to turn a face because I don't like Austin Theory. I just don't like him. Don't Google him if you like.
He was great in the way.
Yeah.
That is about it.
Yeah, when he came back with a scream mask, and it was me, Austin. I did like that because that was pretty damn good, and at the Index wedding as well.
Yeah.
Did
Did somebody say
Destiny
Chase?
oh, we'll get into that in a little bit because we do get a little. We get a nice segment, which
Little tangent,
again, yeah, but still on brand because we do get a little bit of a nod to that soon.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to do it.
Unless,
then we go back to
read it back in.
Yeah, just get back on the tracks. Honk, honk. Bit early for that. So we get an earlier today segment, Metaphor backstage in their clubhouse, whatever they call it. It's Oro Mensah, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson. Just chilling backstage, just talking. Before they're interrupted by Lexis King, who is coming in peace. I come in peace.
Now, did he slide in on the chair into the room, or?
Unfortunately, not. I mean, if you're gonna live the gimmick, Lexis. Come on.
Like that would be a way to fix the whole entrance. Is if he appeared everywhere with the chair.
Yeah, if that's how he does it, then cool. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But if it's just, it needs to be just a special entrance thing. Like PLE's fine, not every single week. There's a lot of entrances like that which don't need to be. We don't need to do that every week.
Yeah.
Like
I will
for
say
me,
it's unique because no one else does it. But there's also a reason why no one else does it.
Yeah, you can't be doing this every single week. Like, it's just a silly entrance to take too long. You don't need to do the whole thing for every single entrance and every match you have, because sometimes the entrance takes longer than the match.
Yeah, especially in this case.
Yeah. So Lexus comes in peace, saying that they're just going to keep going down the same road, and he doesn't want that. King says Oro has a deep-seated trauma, and he understands. Stating that neither had a good relationship with their fathers. Lexus King offers a handshake and says, "May the best man win." Oro tells Lexus to make sure Lexus makes his dad proud. Okay.
Strange.
So that's what we get in the match.
Strangely wholesome.
Yeah.
I didn't get any sort of like vibes off Alexis where he was like, "Oh no, I don't mean any of this."
Yeah, it just felt like they actually do understand it.
Yeah, because I think they probably both do. In all fairness.
Yeah. It's one of those where if you've got that with someone else, and you understand that person a bit more.
Yeah, but also I think maybe because I'm in the same boat as them too.
Yeah, snap.
So for me, it's like actually, I do actually kind of understand it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a bit real, that one.
My boys.
Yeah, it's a bit classic.
Emotional trauma connection.
Emotional damage. Oh yeah, very on brand, that one. We remain backstage now, and just before the break, Hank and Tank have revenge on their mind. And I want to remind you that they hit first and they hit last. Honk, honk. Look at Hank and Tank on the way against the Good
I
Brothers.
can't believe I can't do that.
Before that,
Oh yeah.
Brittany Reese and Conor McGregor backstage in the women's locker room area, warming up for their match against Rosemary Wendy 2 coming later on.
Mm-hmm.
And who's to walk in with a rose? But the walk-in red flag himself is Ashante the Adonis.
That's literally what I called him here. In my notes, the walking red flag.
Walking red flag. Yeah, got it on here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, walks in with a rose. Brittany Reese reminds him that rose is the reason he lost his match last week. And then Ashante says she wasn't getting a rose anyway. Then he goes over to Tatum Paxley. Tatum, who's just cutting. She's living her best life, cutting Dolph's hair. Like she's living her best life. She's
slay queen. You know, do your thing.
She's absolutely like not about that drama.
Yeah.
And she reminds him that her heart belongs to another. To which Ashante says, "Same here."
Lyra.
Right, cool.
Lyra.
And then Brittany and Tatum get back to the warm up after a little brief exchange. Oh, for a short segment, that was a lot.
It was. It really was.
A lot.
So, also, they seem to be sort of putting a small focus on Carmen being sort of into Ashante.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Why?
Yeah, just no. I mean, the documentary literally dropped the same day.
Yeah.
If you watch it, like in the UK, it's the same day that the documentary dropped. What are we doing? We keep saying it every week. This is not necessary. It's just not. And
which, by the way, Craig, did you know where they were, Carmen and Brinley, at the start of 7? Do you know where they were? What room that was?
I've got a feeling, but I'm not sure. Go on.
It was the women's locker room.
Yeah, I thought so.
So this is a man who's walking into the women's locker room where a number of things could be happening. Namely, women getting changed.
Yeah.
And he's just walking in. Like, look at me, I got a rose, yeah. Like, who am I gonna give the rose to today? Yeah, I'm a fucking creep. Look at me, woo. We need to end this. We need to put the pin in the balloon, burst the fucking balloon, and throw it in the bin. Just do something else. Literally, not anything else, but almost anything else.
Yeah, I mean, this is just. I want to know whose idea it was for this gimmick.
I think the worst part is I don't think they see it as a bad thing, because I've seen comments online that refer to it as a ladies guy or ladies man gimmick. So I think that's how they're booking it. They're booking it like it's like some weird sort of 1780s character.
But typically those kind of characters don't end well.
Yeah.
When was the last time, the ladies' man won the world title?
Shawn Michaels?
Okay, but okay. When was the last time someone at Ashante's level as a ladies' man won the world title? we cannot be comparing Shawn Michaels' character and Jacques' character.
You asked the question, okay? I gave you an answer.
Okay, in the last decade.
I mean,
Oof.
Otis won the contract for Money in the Bank, I guess.
And then lost it in court. Didn't even get to cash it in.
He didn't
Didn't even get to attempt to cash in.
No, he lost it in a match. He lost it to Miz in a match.
Well, they lost it in a court case.
No, it was a match with Miz. Where
Okay.
Tucker turned on Otis and that cost him the match.
Okay.
I know,
But-
exciting stuff, I know. But yeah, no, they need
But
to just
it's more
end
like-
this. They need to end
yeah.
this.
It's just... It's not necessary anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop it. It's done. This gimmick is over.
Yeah. In that it should
And not
be,
in a good way.
in that it should be over. Not in like, oh, the
Yeah.
fans love it. Woo, it's over, yeah. Not like that.
It should be Romeo done.
Got 2 months to go. Got 2 months to...
Shout out to anyone old enough to understand that reference.
So if you live in
yeah.
before I gotta go.
Oh. Yeah, that was the segment we had. Next up, it's match time. Tag team action. As the greatest tag team in NXT, Hank and Tank take on those good brothers.
In an
Colin
unofficial
Anderson,
battle
Luke
of my boys
Gallows.
against your boys.
Although I was 100% rooting for Hank and Tank in this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out my Good Brothers shirt again, but I keep forgetting to do it before to put David
I don't have one,
record.
so I wear my FSU shirt.
Because it was literally because that was the shirt I've got is the fastest selling T-shirt. Sorry, the second fastest selling T-shirt in TNA history, just behind Ace Austin's, Chris Bay's Bullet Club shirt.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
Also happened they came, but yeah. So yeah, we had Hank and Tank who defeat.
What happened in the match? Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, Hank and Tank who defeat those Good Brothers. I rated this a 2-star. This is straight up 2-star. Quite short, but hey, we move. Once again, both teams got what they needed to get in, but no one was. I didn't particularly pick up on anyone dominating it for the majority of the match. It was kind of split 50-50 in terms of who was running the match, who was controlling the match. We had towards the end, we had Tank being Irish whipped into the corner with Hank sacrificing himself over the turnbuckle, which I liked. That was a very nice touch. You don't get to see that very often. Hank is then tagged in. Bossman slam to KA kicks Gallows off the apron. Gallows gets tagged back in after, again, there's back and forth. Good Brothers set up for the Magic Killer. It's that same old recipe. It's a Magic Killer, but no, it wasn't. Hank trips up Carl Anderson. And then they both take out Gallows with... I want to call it a meet in the middle, but it's not, is it? Like,
it should be called that.
Yeah, but I guess they can't call it that.
But
yeah.
By the way, that was a
Take out Gallows
callback.
for the one.
By the way,
Really.
that was a callback. The Triple Gallows. Of Carl, sorry.
Yeah.
For when that the dual threat match for the contendership a few weeks ago, when Anderson tripped up Hank.
Yeah, nice long-term storytelling. Even though it's like 3 weeks, but yeah, sure, long-term.
It's a long time.
Yeah, if it happened in the past, it's long-term.
Exactly. Like yesterday, long booking.
Yeah, it's all relative. Why not? So yeah, they take out the Gallows for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Hank and Tank pick up their second straight victory, clean victory, over the Good Brothers. That is genuinely huge for a tag team who, before this, they weren't anything. Like, again, come for the NIL. I know certainly Tank was. I don't know if Hank did. I think so.
I'm not sure.
But to be rising this quickly, considering they got with the injury to Hank, it felt like they'd been derailed a little bit. But then to quickly come in and pick up 2 wins against the Good Brothers. A quick callback to Hank and Tank when they're on the way to the ring. I did like the fact they mentioned that they're IWGP Tag Team Champions and TNA Tag Team Champions. I liked it a lot. It made me happy because we're acknowledging this stuff now.
Yeah,
it's important to
it's
acknowledge it.
It's nice to actually reference other companies and other achievements that they've done elsewhere outside of WWE.
Yeah, it's just nice to for them to mention it because it did happen. When WWE isn't a world of its own.
Yeah.
Even though they want to think, some people in there want to think it is.
Yeah.
But it's not. But yeah, all in all, match was very well done. What did you make of it as a whole?
So, very pleased with the result, obviously. Because, I love Hack and Take and I hate the OC. But I rated it 1.5 stars. A short match. And I will say this right now. It's good that they're winning matches like this, but I don't know how much it's actually doing for them. The Good Brothers aren't a big team. Like, they are in the concept that they're a main roster team going to NXT. But other than that, they haven't got much credibility. Because WWE do this thing where even if you're A-class talent in TNA or New Japan or wherever, you're sort of like on a different level with WWE.
Yeah.
So it's great they're getting wins, Hack and Tank, but this match here, the OC were just completely calling it in. Like they were both extremely slow. It almost seemed like they were sandbagging. I'm not saying they were, but it just seemed like they were just intensely trying to make life hard for Hack and Tank.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't mean that from a kayfabe point of view either. I mean that as in they didn't want to lose to Hank and Tank. And it would be the first time that they put it for themselves. So. Just saying.
As you know, I'm a big fan of Good Brothers. Like, I don't know what it is about them. I just genuinely like them. I think they're very entertaining, and yeah, you can make up your own opinion on Doc Gallows or Luke Gallows, whatever we're calling him now.
Luke.
Carl Anderson is a fantastic wrestler. I mean, all he's really going off is that he made it to the semi-finals of the G1 once. That's all we're really going off. But even so, that's still damn impressive for someone who just.
I mean, finals of a G1. One of the original was a Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Like, he's part of Devitt's crew. Like, he's part of the first instance of Bullet Club.
So. Yeah. But they're still listed. If you go for a video I'm doing, I looked at Bullet Club the other day, and they're still listed as Bullet Club.
I think it's the WWE version. The OC is technically WWE's Bullet Club.
I mean, I think it's because Jay White, when he was leader of the Bullet Club, said that they're at the OC or Bullet Club, and that Michin is also in Bullet Club. But now Jay White's not even part of the Bullet Club. So who knows? Yeah, it's. I'll have to do it because it's insane. But yeah, I do still believe this is a big win for Hank and Tank because like I said, if you outside WWE, they're a much bigger deal than they are inside the WWE. I don't think that's really debatable. That's because in WWE, you can never be sure of how they're going to treat as someone who is bigger than the company.
Yeah.
You can never be 100% sure. If they're coming in with social media buzz, then they're going to push you. But the Good Brothers have just been in and out of the good graces of WWE for so long now. Like they released them whilst they were they just come down from being tag team champions and then they were released.
Yeah.
Like WrestleMania, like winning the tag team World Cup. Yeah, shout out the tag team World Cup for the best tag team in the world.
No.
In the
That whole event is cursed.
I mean when they got held hostage. But yeah, sure. Like I said, if you come up with buzz, but the Good Brothers, they're kind of just veterans now, and it's their job to put over the people they do want to build up.
I'm pretty sure they were just brought in because AJ was like, "Oh, can you bring them in, please? They're my friends. Do you mind bringing them in?"
Yeah. And when they came in, and they jumped on Cena,
yeah,
that was huge.
Yeah. And then
But it's just kind of been.
They started doing tag feuds. It was like wearing lab coats and Dana Brooks here. Sorry, Ash by arrogance. Sorry.
We've got, calling everyone nerds.
I like that. I like nerds. I do like nerds.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will give them. I do like nerds.
I mean, can't forget Talking Shop and Mania.
Oh, that is crap.
I loved it. It's silly wrestling, but I was so here for it.
No, I like
the bony.
I like funny. I like silly. I like it a lot. Like this, like yesterday night, last night I watched. You know, Invisible Man v Invisible Stan.
Yeah.
Like I watched that last night, literally. Like it's so ridiculous. I love it.
The Boneyard match, 5 stars. 6 stars if it had been in Tokyo Dome. But anyway, that's enough of the Good Brothers for a little bit.
Another tangent.
Whoop. We head backstage again. This time, Mitchell got on a page, actually. Should have done it softly. Noise. Yes, there we go. We're on the right page. Yes, we were head backstage, and Javon Evans is talking with Uncle Cedric Alexander, talking about Javon's match against Randy Orton in St. Louis in 2 weeks' time. A-Town Down Under walkover. Theory says Javon reminds him of himself, but he has a roadblock in Cedric Alexander. Cedric says Javon has a better chance of beating Randy Orton than A-Town Down Under have of being tag team champions. I like that very much. Javon says he's up for a match. Then says, "Hey, Kevin Owens," to try and psych out A-Town Down Under, which I liked. I wish Kevin Owens was there though.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me hi Kevin Owens, because I'll fall for that too.
Like, legitimately, I saw this happen and my mind raced back to 2004.
What?
Royal Rumble 2004, right? There's a backstage interview with Brock Lesnar, and he walks into Goldberg's locker room, and this is obviously leading to their WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 20.
Yeah.
But this is Rumble, and Lesnar's due to have a title match with Hardcore Holly, and I know these are all great names for the past. I know that, right? But Goldberg sees like talking to him, and he's like, "Don't scare me. You can't even scare hardcore." Ain't that right, Holly? And Brock's like, but then obviously hardcore ain't there. So
Yeah. Yes, which obviously led to that very infamous match.
yeah,
Hardcore Honey Brothers.
plus Brock Lesnar.
You know, Hardcore living up to his name and just no sign of Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar, well, fuck you then. I'm back.
And hardcore won the title.
Yeah. Oof. So this spoiler alert, sets up the match for later on. Cedric Alexander and Javon Evans taking on the A-Town Down Under. So next up, we're back to the ring finally. It feels like we've been away from the ring for about an hour. We have
even though we just saw Hank and Tank.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that happened, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Anywho, can cut that there. We had Oromancer who defeats Lexis King. I gave this 2 3/4. Very nice for a Lexis King match. Never thought I'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had Lexis trying to show that he's changed, that he's stopping the referee's 10 count and bringing Oro back into the match. Saying he's not winning like that when he has his feet on the ropes. Doesn't want to win like that. Takes his foot on the ropes to break the pinfall. Oro doesn't mind though. And Oro puts his feet on the ropes for the 3, rolls up King and gets the 3.
Yeah.
I like storytelling, and that was probably the most memorable thing in this match.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm glad they're finally doing something with Lexis that's not just, oh, I don't like her kind of music, so let's have a match. Let's feud for 3 weeks because I don't like her music. It's nice they're doing that, but I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Oromancer. I don't know necessarily why. Maybe it's because, and again, I didn't want it to happen this way, but he's getting the spotlight that I think no one got the majority of for the entire group.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally getting some for himself.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be like this, but like let's make the most of it. And yeah, he's really been impressing me when he gets in the ring. Again, short matches, but that's a common theme of NXT TV. That everyone gets short matches unless you're the main event or the opener. But yeah, this match was good for the story they're telling, and that it gives Lexis something else to do. What did you make of it as a match as a whole, and then where do you see this going really?
So yeah, I give it 2 stars because short match. I can't go above 2 stars for short match. It's just too short to get me really going. I did really like the story being told here, in that both of them are out there to impress their fathers, to put on a good show for their either dead or missing dads. I'm not too sure what Oro's case is. But I loved it. I loved a little bit of story that was done here, because it's the most story they've done with Lexus in a long time.
Yeah, since he came in.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm down for this. I'm down for whatever comes next, because Lexus was willing to give being respectful a go. You know what? I'm not going to win this way. I don't want to beat you by cheating. And then I was just like, all right, I'll do it then.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's so simple, but it worked. And to your point as well about Noam Dar being injured, and that gave Oro the spotlight here. I genuinely do not think Oro would be in the spot he's in now if Noam was still around. Because for whatever reason, when Noam's there, they only focus on him. And with Noam out of the picture, they've had more time now to focus on Oro, to focus on Jakara, on Lash. There's been generally, I hate to say it this way, but it's been better without Noam there. Because Noam, I mean, don't be wrong, Noam is extremely talented, he's fantastic, Noam Dar. But when he's there, he takes out all the spotlight.
Yeah. It's almost like some people thought Noam was carrying the entire group. And now they're showing that the other three can are pulling their weight in this group.
Mm-hmm. But
more so now.
In the past, those thoughts were correct. Noam was carrying the group because he was the only one getting real screen time.
Yeah. It's rare they could show anything of the other three because they didn't get an awful lot of time because, like I said, Noam got the majority of their time.
Mm-hmm. But saying this now, I'm excited to see what happens when Noam does come back.
Yeah. There can be a real power struggle here.
Mm-hmm. Or a fantastic tag team between Noam and Oro.
Yeah, there's a lot they can do with this now because Oro's had time to show everyone what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, carrying a feud with the NXT champion not carrying it, but like both of them carrying a feud with the NXT champion and pinning the NXT champion several times.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not officially, but you pin the NXT champion. Which is more than Noam's done.
You gotta think Noam would probably the one in that spot too if he wasn't injured. Like it probably would have been Noam getting that spot with Ethan. Maybe.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, I'm not sure whether the injury came before or after Ethan Page attacked him.
I think it was the week before. I think, and then they sold it off as Ethan being the reason for it.
Yeah, fair. I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm glad Oro's getting some time to prove that Met 4 is more than just one person. It's literally 4.
Yeah.
Then we head to a training montage from Tony D'Angelo and the family.
Hang on.
Training montage. Good old training montage for Tony D and the family. Tony climbing ropes, smashing cinder blocks, and running around an industrial estate. Or maybe the pump center, but or it looked like 90s dungeon, but
there were a bunch of NXT people who were there, like at the Heart Dungeon sort of thing. So
yeah. That I have seen some pictures of the new dungeon. It looks very sick.
Mm-hmm.
But we had like I said, Tony was climbing the ropes. They were throwing in the clips of last week and the match against Oba to motivate him. It's finished off with a boxing match. Tony get his ass beat for about 20 seconds before getting another flashback, and then he's hulking up, brother.
Yep.
And then just knocks down his opponent. I won't say something because I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I think you know. Yeah. I don't want to show you anything. Just, you can. Stacks says that the Don is back. And now it's time to head off to Chicago to sign the contract for 2 weeks' time for Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo, 2 for the NXT North American Championship. Standard. I like this a lot.
I
It,
only really had one note of this, other than what actually happened, and that was that this was almost a borderline exact copy of Rocky IV. So after Ivan Drago kills Apollo Creed, Creed.
Apollo.
After Ivan kills Apollo, Rocky has to go through the montage, and that he always does, but it's a lot of Rocky sort of exercises that he's doing, and then just to throw it in that this is Rocky that they're sort of mimicking here. Some boxing.
Yeah. So it's not a training montage about boxing.
Yeah. But no, I didn't mind it. It made sense because the story they're telling here is literally Rocky IV. It's literally smaller man needs to beat the big man.
I'm excited to see what happens with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will go back to the ring as Riley Osborne tries to get redemption for Mr. Chase and for Duke.
We ain't been here in an hour.
It's been an hour since we had to be in the ring. In a 2-hour show, we've had 2 hours. 2 hours between matches, yeah. But in the end, Ridge defeats Riley. I give it 2.5 stars, mainly for the storytelling.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Riley seemingly managed to reverse a lot of what Ridge was doing.
Yeah.
Like he managed to it was very scrappy from Riley, very just get out of it and try and best to beat him down. And for the most part, it worked. Yeah, so Riley pretty much reversed everything. It took it outside, but again, Riley literally jumping Ridge before the bell.
Yeah.
Like, nice start. Again, quite short, but I wasn't expecting it to be anything else. The finish came when Riley. Okay. I've literally just noticed in this last sentence how many R's there are. So I've got Riley runs ropes, Ridge catches into Redeemer 1, 2, 3.
Riley
Which
runs
is
ropes.
pretty much it. Yeah, Riley runs ropes, and Ridge Redeemer.
Riley runs ropes, returns Ridge Redeemer.
Yeah, Riley runs ropes right to Ridge Redeemer. There's your title.
Oh.
It felt like this finish came out of nowhere, and it's a bit disappointing that that's how it finished. Like, Ridge gets his ass beat for a few minutes, but out of nowhere can hit the Redeemer. I do like when you can use a move out of nowhere, and with Riley's speed and Ridge's power, it works.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many people who could pull that off, but these two can.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get 2.5 stars, mainly for the storytelling of it. We'll get into what happens after the match after you've given your thoughts on the match itself, and then we'll jump into the post-match stuff because not what I was expecting.
Yeah. So yeah, I rated 2 stars as well. Again, this is a short match. 2 stars is the max I'll give it. Ryan did most of the work here, and that was to be expected because it was what needed to be done that way. Like you had Riley's the last obstacle before Chase U is done because unless Thea can recruit someone else, Ridge won't fight Thea.
No.
So Riley has to be the one to, stand up for Thea, stand up for Duke, stand up for Andre, defend the university, and redeem the university. But yeah, I enjoyed what it was. A Ridge match that I quite enjoyed because he didn't do much.
No, he really didn't. Like I said, Riley did all the heavy lifting in this match.
Yeah, and he's a smaller man.
Yeah. and it was very effective. But of course, even though he got the 3, that's not enough. Sorry, before we get into that, watching this match, I had a thought of why. It's trying to apply logic to wrestling, but why after Ridge takes out every person in your group, why do you want? Why is it? Why can you only get over it if you pin him for 3 seconds? Why is it then only you can move on? Like, I don't get these like personal feuds when it's just okay. So but I only want to pin him for 3 seconds because 3 seconds is all it's going to take for me to get over this.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of, again, like I said, it's probably more likely my issue of trying to apply context to it.
Yeah, I mean, I once learned from a wise scholar that you shouldn't apply logic to pro wrestling.
That wise man again.
I don't know I don't know where he went, to be honest, but he was here
I
one
think he
day.
struggles to take his own advice here. Yeah, it's just like I get more of a street fight or a last man standing. But again, I understand why they haven't done it with this particular version of this feud.
Yeah.
Because Riley versus Ridge Holland in a street fight doesn't do an awful lot. I mean, probably make it more entertaining. Not that it wasn't, but given the timings, yeah, it's fine.
I think if you do something like that, though, you go into like territory like Von Wagner and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Ridge would have to do something that's a bit extreme.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose it wasn't that extreme in the end. But yeah, so after the match, Ridge just can't take the win and move on. Kicks Riley out of the ring. But again, Riley fights back, which once again was not what I was expecting from this. But for the entrances, for the build up to this match, I was saying, nice knowing you, Riley, nice knowing you.
Yeah.
But to his absolute credit, he pushes Ridge up into the stairs. Ridge again takes him out again. Thea starts screaming in Ridge's face, distracting him. After Ridge gets the guardrail, if you can call it that, because it's not a rail.
Barricade.
But yeah, and Riley off the stage takes out Ridge, and then the refs come out to break it up. Only then the referees come out to break it up.
I love the coordination, and obviously it's all wrestling, so it's all planned out and shit like that. But I love the coordination of just Thea screaming at Ridge to distract Ridge, and then from behind Thea comes Riley flying over her into Ridge.
Yeah, because timing is everything in wrestling, and it sometimes goes unnoticed when they get it spot on. Like, everyone picks up and they get it just a little bit off.
Yeah.
But when it's done spot on, no one really pays much attention to it, and it's something that needs to be brought more attention to, because like I said, it all comes down to the split second. If you're off by a second, the whole thing's out of sync.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone played their role well. Riley, the main one, of course, but if Thea's in the wrong spot, or Richard's in the wrong spot, that won't have the same effect.
No, really doesn't. So the ref break it up again, and that's in that segment. The two just shouting at each other. We come back for the break, and we've got an announcement. Next week in Chicago for the NXT debut on the CW. We have the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz, and Miz TV. But it's not just any episode of Miz TV. Miz has invited Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi to sign their contract for the North American Championship match live on Miz TV, and it's going to be awesome. I came to play. Yeah.
Also, I don't know where he was, Miz, but he was like against the wall that had graffiti on it. But the audio was like it was in the studio. Like, there's no way his voice travels that perfectly over the phone.
I mean, maybe he had a microphone on the phone. You never know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
You know, or a lapel mic or something. But I don't know. Unless they're doing what they used to do in WWE when it was a selfie promo, they were just holding on to the top side of the camera.
Yeah.
They loved those.
Yeah, they did.
Then we head to the second part of the NXT press conference. This time it's the North American champion Oba Femi. Oba is asked about. He's asked about Miz TV, but he's never answered for it. I don't answer that. Then he's asked about the training montage from Tony D. And says Tony can fool his family, but not me. Tony is broken. No more questions. Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Oba.
Then
I knew you'd come.
It's absolutely wonderful, yes.
And Oba's like Benjamin.
Oh dear. Then we're about to head into an ad break, but we're told what's coming up next. We're setting up for what's supposed to be a live split interview between Wesley and Zachary Wentz. We come back from the ad break. Vic Joseph and Booker T explained we were supposed to get this interview, but let's take a look at what happened. It was shown during the break. Wesley, being mic'd up, and asks when Zach will be able to hear this. Zach says already can, blah blah blah. The two go back and forth saying a lot of rude words. That you can tell they bleep them out all the time. Wentz asks Lee if he's scared. Wes says no. This is for your protection, to make sure you make it to Chicago. Chicago. Wentz says he beat his ass at No Mercy. Wes tells Zach to make sure Gigi isn't watching next week. Wentz goes all Will Smith and keep my fiance's name out your mouth. Wentz goes, what? Wentz goes, keep my fiance's name out your mouth. Then Wentz goes, Gigi.
At this point, I just thought of Quagmire, Family Guy.
Gigi.
He's literally doing the neck thing as well, like giggity, like.
Then Zach's the one to wait for No Mercy. They're going to come find Wes tells him where he is. Alright. So clearly Wes wants it too. Zach takes his mic off and goes looking for him. Wes is then told Zach's coming for him and takes his microphone and goes looking for him. And then they brawl in the performance center. I love this so much. Mm-hmm. It bugs me that. Okay. So we know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They're bleeping them out, but we know exactly what they're saying.
But we might not.
I mean, unless they're going really dark with it, we know what they're saying.
Like, for all we know, they're saying flip and flipping
and fudge
and
yeah, or what, the biscuit? Yeah.
Could you imagine if Zach is saying, "I'm gonna flipping kill you."
I'm gonna kick your butt. Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your sister, Buster.
Oh, I just. It's like when they play Eminem on the radio. Mm-hmm. Like, you get maybe 2 seconds of song. We know what they're saying. we're all grown-ups here. Grow up. Like, it bugs me.
Oh, what one is it?
We've got
Is it the real Slim Shady? Is it what one is it that has like constant bleeping?
And stand well. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, just grow up. We know what they're saying. You can always go and find out what they're saying.
Mm.
Like, no, it's not like kids don't have the internet now.
Yeah.
Like, there's enough shit going on as well where people get offended by swearing.
Yeah.
Like, we know what's going on. It just bugs me. Like, who really cares? Like, if you don't want your kids to swear, then tell them not to. It's as simple as that.
So I had different quarrel to this. In that I did look at it from a whole why they believe everything sort of point of view. I was like, why can Zach not get any point across, like without swearing?
You know, I liked it. Like, because swearing, I think, is obviously people say if you swear you're stupid, like you can't get your point across.
That's sort of where I sit on that argument. I do think swearing is unnecessary in a lot of things.
Every other word, yeah, but when it's this kind of thing, it can make more of an impact.
Mm.
All pun intended.
Mm.
It just swearing is great. Like, it just is great. Like, I just love swearing.
Here we go. A new debate episode coming up soon on the channel. Is swearing good or bad?
I've got to do. I think it's great.
I do swear. Don't be wrong. I do swear. I don't know if I've before on this show. But typically speaking, I won't swear. Typically speaking.
I mean, there's certainly a time and a place. I don't swear in every scenario. I know when to and when not to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I just like I think calling someone a twat is one of the best things you can say. Yeah, it's one of the best British swears ever. Word. But it can be considered one.
Oh, I guess
like it.
Maybe up north it is, but in London that's not a swear word. Like our swear words are like the proper swear words. Like
it's not as bad, but it has. At one point, it was considered really bad. That's kind of my point. Like every swear, it just like at some point the word shit is going to mean nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't really mean much now. I mean, it's going to be thrown around like it's nothing.
Like that is the shit is good. Like that's the shit. That's good. Like I feel like shit. Like that's bad. You know, like
it's going to be seen. It's going to be seen on the same level as damn at some point. And at one point, that was the worst thing you could ever say to anyone.
Damn.
Yeah, but it just
Ron Simmons.
It's like the argument of I won't say it because I know that people do get offended by this word, but the C word. You're either on one side or the other. You either despise it or you use it in every other sentence.
CM Punk.
I mean, I'm pretty sure someone has called him that at one point, but like I imagine Jack Perry has. But I actually think CM Punk, Drew McIntyre wrote on someone's jacket.
He did, yeah. No,
I think
Drew wrote out a jacket, yeah.
But it just with a segment like if anything, it ruined it when you kept bleeping stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just because Zach's gonna say this stuff. He had it cleared, obviously.
Yeah.
Like he would have to say I'm gonna say that.
I think that's part of it. I think part of my disenjoyment from this was the fact he had to swear, and because they bleeped it, that ruined it. So my point is kind of related to them bleeping it as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I did it like what was the point in swearing if all I'm gonna do is bleep it?
Yeah, I mean, I hope on the YouTube they release the uncensored version.
They won't. It's YouTube. They won't.
But who cares?
Like you remember back in the day, like they put a video on YouTube and it's like a chair shot. It's like
Yeah.
it just freezes. It's like
Awful.
what happened?
On it. Yeah. Or if I'm watching the highlights on SmackDown on Sky One on Sunday,
Yeah.
like it was freeze frame. You heard it, but you freeze framed it. Like we know what they're doing.
What happened? Why's he on the floor? Why is he bleeding?
Yeah, it's. I remember that's how I saw the Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp on Dean Ambrose on the cinder blocks.
Yeah,
Even
that
though
is a
they're
sick moment.
polystyrene,
That is sick. I love it.
even though some of them are quite clearly polystyrene.
Yeah. It's like
So I don't know why they had to edit
it
it
isn't
out.
like AEW who are fucking doing backdrops on a cinder block in a
Or sticking needles in someone's mouth.
Shout out Jack Bennett, deathmatch wrestler who does that all the time.
Oh, nah.
Like just like literally
Huh.
and then like who here
I could do a whole video on deathmatch wrestling, but
Mhm.
like I've watched one GCW. No, I watched the GCW Weekender last year, and I can't watch another deathmatch. I can't. Those 3 shows in my fill. I'm done with deathmatch wrestling. I just can't. Like it's unnecessary at some points. Anywho.
That is fair.
So then we get that segment over. Wow, probably spoke about longer than the segment lasted.
Yeah.
Then we head back to Vic and Booker, King Booker,
The analyst.
who thank the USA Network and for their time on the USA Network, and we get a nice little video package for the highlights of the period on USA Network. It warmed my heart to see the Undisputed Era.
Mhm.
That's the reason I started watching NXT in the first place. The UE were it, and you got Charlotte Flair coming back, Rhea Ripley winning the title. They even showed
they showed Keith Lee as well.
the pounce into the crowd.
Mhm.
Finn Balor coming back.
I'm still not even sure how they did that. The Adam Cole Keith Lee thing. I have no idea how I did that.
I mean, it's like TNA. They own the footage. Like TNA do that quite a lot.
Mhm.
It's like every time someone in WWE wins a title, and if they reference in TNA, TNA will post a clip of them winning the title in TNA.
Yeah.
It's like when our Truth won the tag titles, WrestleMania Miz and Truth won the tag titles. TNA had a clip of Ron Killings winning the NWA tag team titles.
Yeah.
Or like, you can go back and with anyone. Drew McIntyre won the World Title at WrestleMania.
That
Again,
wasn't
Drew
him with.
McIntyre.
Well, was that him teaming with Pat Jones?
Yes.
Oh fucking hell.
Yeah. No. Before that, it was because it was the NWA tag team titles. Before that,
Oh, okay.
that's how we because it's through Pac-Man and Bruce we got introduced to Consequences Creed, Austin Creed.
Yeah.
Now Xavier Woods, so who defended the tag titles without even winning them, which I love.
Yeah.
But it's just I think it's purely because if you own the footage, you can use the footage.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but it doesn't explain why WWE copyrighted AEW's Ring of Honor's video of Nigel McGuinness. He didn't wrestle there once.
Yep.
That's a
Legitimately,
whole other
never
thing.
wrestled there once. He commentated and that was it.
I mean, I think AEW got their own back now though with Phoenix.
Yeah.
That might be it.
I guess. I mean, I'm not sure I agree with it, but yeah.
I mean, it's utter bollocks. Like, but it might have something to do with it,
Yeah.
or a certain person will see it at the end of this show.
Ah, maybe.
It's a nice little video package. Thought it very, very nice. Some good moments in there. Like I said, the time I started watching NXT and the reason I started watching NXT.
Yeah.
Gargano and Black.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff was great.
Seeing Ciampa and
The way,
Kofi.
fantastic. Yeah, just so much good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So much good stuff.
And then they shared fucking Bron Breakker as a face with the title. I was like, no. on 2.0, I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, do we have a good history of erasing stuff from history? Maybe 2.0 can be moved on a little bit.
There were some good things, but Bron Breakker was not one of them.
With Ziggler winning the NXT title.
That was probably the best bit of the 2.0 as a title, because the rest of it was more just Bron Breakker.
So then we go backstage to Ava's office, and Lola Vice is in there wondering why Ava called her. In walks Jada Parker, who's also wondering why Ava called her in. I wonder why. Ava tells them that they'll both get their hands on the
Hang on.
Ava tells Lola and Jada that next week they'll both get their hands on Fatal Influence.
Cool.
But in a tag team match, they don't want to take team up, and Ava says they got a week to figure it out. Jada says, "Squeeze, I'm going to look for them. I'm going to find them." And Lola went, "Not about me or not."
Teamwork.
Cool.
Right? That's teamwork, right?
Like, whoever could have seen this coming?
Mm-hmm. Well, do you know who definitely didn't see it coming? Taylor Player.
Yeah. So that is the tag team match scheduled for 1-4 next week.
1-4.
But up next we have a tag team match. We have the demonic duo of Rosemary and the sleepy psycho Wendy Chu, who defeat Brynley Reese and Carmen Petrovich of the Shing Squad. People,
fucking no.
Oh yes, the Shing Squad is in full swing. I give this a 2-star. I don't even think it's got past 5 minutes.
He didn't. No.
I've got here the demon duo dominate.
A lot of D's there.
Yeah. Anywho, no, I'm not going to say it. Because it could be spun as a positive when it's definitely not.
Say it.
Well, okay, fine. The match is ruined by a massive D. In the walking red flag, Ashante the Adonis, who, for no reason, there's no friggin' reason needs to be out there, comes out just to start flirting with the fans in the crowd.
Yep.
And then hands yet another plant of a rose, which distracts Carmen. Brittany's in the middle of a beatdown, trying to get the tag. In comes Rosemary, who hits the as above, so below for the 1, 2, 3. Also, in this match, it bugged me. Now, neither Vic Joseph or Booker T did their damn research, and for what a move that's called the upside down. That's what it's called, Vic and Booker, the upside down. Take the freaking hint.
And
You're literally
remember,
upside down.
Booker T is the analyst.
It's just, why are you not learning that move? If you go back and watch one Rosemary match, she uses it, and the commentary says it's the upside down. One match is all you need to see. How are you not doing that research? You can literally Google it. Like, just take a minute. You're supposed to be journalist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not learning what those moves called? I'd even accept if you call it the tarantula.
On that literal same note, last week, Live Valkyria hitting the top rope scissor kick thing that she does, but she didn't do it since NXT UK. It's called the Peripatea, and they didn't call it that.
This is the basic of minimum of your job.
Yeah.
Learn the moves.
Again,
That's
Booker T,
the minimum.
analyst. It's literally in his job title to analyze.
My hair's getting in my head.
And Vic is
my
the
hair's getting-
play-by-play guy. So both of them
Yeah.
should know the name of a finisher.
I mean, Vic could literally text his wife and she would tell him. Like, she knows.
She knows.
Shout out Mackenzie Mitchell.
She knows.
She used to work there.
Yeah.
Like, it just really broke me. But not nearly as much as a Shantae, the walk-in red flag Adonis. Distracting Carmen. Why is Carmen getting distracted? Why? Are you into it? If so, cool, do you. But is a match going on?
Yeah.
You're literally a tag team match. Why? Is this Rosemary when did you we're talking about here? Why do they need to lose like that or win like that? Why is that the only way they can get a pin? I'd give this match 2 stars. I should give it 1.5, to be honest. It was just less than 5 minutes and ruined by a massive D. No. What do you make of it? I could go on and on about that all day. It's
So yeah, as you said, it was a short match. So again, I can't go past 2 stars. But I didn't go 2 stars here. I went to 1.5. It was a fine for what it was. Ignoring the ending, it was alright at best. F1 in the match has still got a bit of ways to go. Rosemary's good, obviously, but she's limited in what she can do here. In that the focus is not really on her; it's more on Wendy.
Yeah.
And with Carmen and Brindley, they're both in the stages of their careers where neither of them are top notch yet. So they need more time to fine tune themselves and work more on getting the experience and training more and getting everything sort of correct, But
yeah,
it was fine. The ending was bizarre because Ashant is out here giving a rose to a fan, but Carmen's jealous or something. It's like I don't fully understand it. She's like, "Why are you out here giving roses to fans? Giving her a rose?" Or I couldn't fully catch what Carmen was saying.
No, I didn't catch much of it either. I was more focused on Rosemary winning the match, which we nearly missed.
Yeah. She's literally setting up for the move as Carmen's talking to Ashante.
I do have a positive in that Wendy Chu, you can see an influence from Rosemary in this character now. It's getting more and more demonic. Her movements are improving, her demeanor is improving. So I'm liking this a lot. Across NXT and TNA, seeing more of it, and I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this don't know if you've seen TNA, but Wendy Chu and Rosemary had a tag team match against Jordan Grace and Sol Ruka.
Uh-huh.
And it seems to be a common theme of pointless interferences. Because
Ashanto's out there
Sol
too.
hits the Sol. No. Sol hits the Soul Snatcher, and then Jordan gets Wendy Chu in for the Juggernaut Driver. But is interfered before the pin by Tasha Steelz.
Right.
And the only purpose of that was to get Marsha Slamovich to make the save to set up a six knockout tag match next week in Jordan Grace, Sol Ruka, Marsha Slamovich against Tasha Steelz, Rosemary, Wendy Chu. That's the sole purpose of that. They couldn't even finish the match.
Pretty good match, though.
We've become more of a feature. Yeah, it'd be a fantastic match. But it's just the pointless interferences on both sides of the company. There's no need for it. After the match, fine.
Yeah.
But it just bugs me that that's how this is going. It's on both companies.
What we've learned here is that WWE value a creepy red flag gimmick more than building this rivalry here.
Yeah.
Because they're building Carmen to be into Ashante or something.
It's the whole
I really want
thing.
Carmen to shing the rose.
From there and just like fully just
Yeah.
the
the entire UK.
Like, shing. Yeah. Like lots of different pieces, yeah. That'll be safe. She can do that.
Yeah.
I hope she can throw it high enough to get enough time to properly slash it.
Like what's it called? Like Fruit Ninja on the iPhone.
Yeah, Fruit Ninja. Yes, Fruit Ninja. Yes. Anyhow, we head backstage, and Ethan Page interrupts CM Punk and Sol Ruka, who can't stand this guy. Sol Ruka cannot stand this guy and walks away. Page tells Punk he doesn't want him as ref, which Punk respects. Doesn't need Punk's drama, which fair. Punk won't let anyone cheat, won't allow Page to fall onto someone to win the title. Punk doesn't want Page, but if he wins, he'll raise his hand and put the belt around his waist. Alright, cool.
Cool. Very cool.
Just for the whole segment, yeah. Okay, yeah. Then we go back to the press conference, part number 3.
But also, before you continue, sorry, they had a window during the women's tag match of Kalani Jordan doing a press conference.
Yeah.
That you couldn't hear.
Really no point to that bit, because like we didn't get any quotes from it either. Did you notice that? There's no quotes from that.
Yeah.
Like no Kalani Jordan quotes at all.
So
clearly they want fucking joke.
What was he saying? What were the questions? Like
maybe we need to get in touch with a lip reader and then we'll find out.
Yeah. Or Kalani comes on the show to talk about it.
Everyone wants to be like Lani.
Come on, Kalani. You know, Show Squared, Kalani Jordan. You know, like they clash together.
We'll ask you some real questions.
Exactly.
But,
like who is Lani? Yeah. Who is Lani?
What's it like to be like Lani?
Exactly. How can I be like Lani?
How can we all be like Lani? That's actually the question the world is asking. How can we all be like Lani?
Exactly. But everyone's asking that, but no one's asking how is Lani? Kalani, how are you?
Is Lani being a state of mind? Like, is that how you be like Lani? Is it a state of mind?
Or is it a state of being? We're asking all the hard-hitting questions here.
Oh. Anyhow, yes, we do have this time we do actually get to hear what people have to say at the press conference. This time it's with the fatal influence.
Fatal.
They're asked which two will compete next week against Lola and Jada. Excuse me. Fallon Henley says everyone would like to know, and we'll find out next week. Then asked what's next for the fatal influence.
Craig. You ain't giving her justice, Fallon.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So she's asked, have you decided who'll be competing? And Fallon says, yes. And then she's like, oh, did you want to know who? And he's like, and the reporter guy's like, yes, please. And then she's like, well, you'd like to know, wouldn't you? Sort of like.
Okay, fine. So find out next week. Then they're asked, what's next if they win? JC claims Kalani doesn't deserve to be champion. And before they can carry on, they're interrupted by Lola Vice and Jada Parker, who just start shouting at them, blocked by security. Just have a little bit of a shouting match.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty sure we know who's going to be, but yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's just say what's next week.
I love how you just skipped over Jasmine's part of that.
No.
No, because I would have also done that. Like,
yeah, it was. I know this is zero offense meant, but it was nothing. She literally just repeated what Fallon said.
Yeah.
Then we'll head over to the main event match.
Yes.
Of the night. Schedule for one fall. We have like a little behind the scene thing here. When I was writing my notes, I didn't want to constantly keep writing A Town Down Under. I just wrote ATDU because I'm not writing down A Town Down Under. Yeah, yeah. Which when I was writing it, I thought in the ACDC font that would look pretty sick.
It would actually, yeah. Like have that, you know, what the
so
A, have that A with a circle, and then
yeah. So Grayson Theory, if you're watching, match ideas for you.
There you go. Yeah. Trademark, patent pending.
So they unfortunately defeat the team of Uncle Cedric Alexander, and that because we all know that boy's bouncy. Javon Evans. Longest match of the night, and just over 11 minutes. I give us 3 stars. Very much the main event feel. Very well done. So again, I may have gone like 3 1/4 had we not had again the interference from Axiom. From Axiom.
Which I had no idea what that was.
It's just a nonsense, wasn't it?
I like it's
just a nonsense.
I feel like I missed something, or the camera missed something, because they were setting up for a move, and then suddenly Fraction won the ropes, and then they caused Javon to fall from the corner, and it was like, what? Why are they doing that for then?
Then as I said, hit by a blockbuster. Theory tags himself in. A Town down. 1, 2, 3. Match over. Like, it was. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Javon, look at me. Stop jumping on the announce table. You had the other side you could go to. You're going to crack your ribs again, or maybe even worse this time. Stop it. I know you're young, but when you get to 25, you are going to be in so much pain.
Did you notice the blockbuster from Grayson? He landed, Javon landed on his head.
Yeah, it was just. Bro, stop being so bouncy. Like, can we take some springs away from him, because that is insane.
Can we get Javon on the show and ask the hard hitting questions? Like, how does one be bouncy?
Like, it would just be me sounding like the oldest person in the world, telling him to stop doing this stuff.
Back in my day.
Like, oh, like, bro, what? I get he's still a child.
Roddy Piper.
Like, just pull back a bit. You have to jump so freaking high.
Yeah.
Like, that move will be impressive. You just don't have to jump that high.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
especially
at such an early stage in your career as well.
Yeah, and he's already broken 2 ribs. It's not like this. It's not like he's going to. He already has.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, ease off those freaking dives on that. If you want to do those dives, do it on the other side. We can go. If you make it back to the entranceway, then you deserve every single accolade in the world. Like, if you can make that dive and fall back all the way to the entranceway,
that would be like Olympic world record. If he could do that,
like you could get the same high on it that Joaquin Wild does when he imagine like those a springboard move from Javon, but someone's also pulling the ropes up with him.
Yeah. I now want a side by side comparison of them to do the same move with someone putting it some sort of like catapult or something like.
Yeah, we need something. Because, jeez, but just stop jumping rib first on the announce table.
Although no luck. Like Javon would do some misfire and let land on the announce table.
Like, when he did it, I shouted at the TV, said, "Don't do that! Just don't."
I literally wrote here on my notes. Craig can have fun with this one.
Yeah. Javon, bro, just mate.
Don't start all that again with the bro stuff.
It's not worth it. But yeah, that was a match. Fraxium interfering, but ended up costing Javon and Cedric the match.
Mm-hmm.
A-Town Down Under picking up a win.
Yeah.
So At-Do picking up a win.
At-Do.
Yeah, what did you make of it? It was, yeah, it was an interesting one.
Absolutely.
Still good, but interesting.
I gave it 3 stars. I like both teams here. I like the match. I like what 800 Under actually brings to the table. I understand the theory criticism, but I do like Austin Theory. Unironically, I do like him, and I understand if you Google him and shit. I know, but I don't know. I really enjoy what he does, and I always have. You know, since the Evolve days. But yeah, this match, I enjoyed it. The ending does ruin it because again, I'm just sort of like, why did that happen? Why did Fraxium cost the good guys? And then it was sort of like Frazier was there and Axiom didn't want him to be there. So it was like Frazier and Axiom were fighting there as well.
Yeah, because it was actually it was Axiom pulling
Frazier from the apron, right?
Yeah, which ended up costing Javon the springboard move, the move from top rope, making Javon fall, which then led to everything, the blockbuster, all that stuff, and it's just a whole mess from there.
Yeah,
and then Sarah picks
the
A-Town down.
So I wasn't a fan of the overall chaos at the end, but the match was the match was good though. A good main event match.
Again, if Fraxium wanted to get revenge, he could have done it after the match.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that happened on the show could have been done after the match.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really what handled it. Because everything else you've sort of you said already.
Yeah. See, you mentioned Theory just quickly. Like, I just can't. Every time I think of Theory, it's when I don't know if you remember it. I think it was PLE. It was supposed to be Beth Phoenix and Vic. No, Beth Phoenix and Vic Joseph on commentary.
Right.
But if you paid attention to it, it was Sasha Banks and Austin Theory at the commentary desk.
I don't remember that at all.
Like, yeah, it was during the COVID times. I think they were doing it in a studio.
Yeah.
Like, with Beth Phoenix and Vic Joseph on commentary. But it was actually Austin Theory and Sasha Banks sat at the commentary desk.
Oh.
Like, pretending to talk.
Okay.
I can't remember when it was. I have to go back and find it. But it was definitely Sasha Banks and Austin Theory.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just so weird.
Oh, fair enough.
It was so strange. It was still black and gold at that point, but it was during the COVID tapings.
Right, yeah.
This stage with the skull on it, which I still love that set to this day. Still love that set. So that's the main event match, at least. Mm-hmm. We head back again to the press conference, part 4, Fortune 4. Here we go. Fortune 4.
Fortune 4.
Trick is asked what a win next week would mean. Trick responds, it means everything. Wants to be a 2-time X Division champion and be on that illustrious list of 2-time X Division NXT champions. I saw X and my brain went, I'm hosting, it felt weird. I need, like, if I say the word X, wants to be a 2-time NXT champion.
It's on your wall.
Right there. Oh, okay, yeah. See, the TNA takeover has begun. We're turning. No, he wants to be in the illustrious list of 2-time NXT champions. Is reaching new heights, and he wants to be. NXT is reaching new heights and wants to be the leader. Mm-hmm. Then he's asked, will Punk be a factor? He says he and Punk are good, and he's focused on Paige. Admits he gets the job done. Trick has to learn from Pete Dunne and control his emotions. That was a very nice callback.
Yes. Yeah.
That was the end of the backstage press conference. We now head to a live in-ring press conference with members of the media, and it's hosted by Byron Saxton.
Yay!
The ace reporter Byron Saxton.
Of course.
We noticed when Byron Saxton's on NXT, he dresses all fun, but when he's on the main roster, he dresses all serious.
Yeah.
Like all bright colours in it.
I don't care. I like the red suit.
Oh yeah, I'm all down for it. I'm more down. I want more of that. Like dress like you're on holiday. Why not?
Exactly.
But you got dress like on a holiday, but you've got a work meeting on Zoom. That kind of vibe.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, serious up top, party downstairs. Like.
Yeah. So like I said, we head in a ring, and it's the final part of the press conference. This time it's with the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and her challenger for next week on the debut of the CW. The beautiful madness that is Julia, who is accompanied by Funaki.
It's Julia.
Okay, let's get into this. So the first question was for Julia, and she's asked whether she's more impressed or intimidated by Roxanne's reign. Roxanne interrupts and asks if the reporter is assuming Roxanne is just going to lose the title. Saxton tells her, please let Julia answer the question.
Yeah, it was
Be more serious.
a very weird interruption.
Yeah.
Like the question is
Like,
not
sounds
the question had
a
nothing to
bit
do
unconscious.
with the question had nothing to do with Roxanne losing the title. It was just asking about Roxy's reign.
Might be projecting something.
Maybe.
Yeah, so Saxton asked Roxy to let Julia answer. Let her answer the question. Julia answers in Japanese, which Funaki translates as Roxanne has said she is the prodigy, but now her time is up.
You can't see her.
Julia,
Her time is now.
Julia claims she came to NXT to be the champion, created opportunities, and became the beautiful madness. In Chicago, she'll show not only it's a new era, but that it's time for Roxanne to pass the torch to her. Alright, don't know
That
why,
was a
because next
great
part.
promo by Funaki.
Yeah, so good. Because he actually said to me, so clearly Funaki is going to take out Julia and take her place in the women's title match.
Precisely. Next week,
Yeah.
it's Roxanne Perez against Funaki.
Let's do it. Any excuse to get Funaki on TV. The next question is for Roxanne. She asks, how different is this match to the other matches she's had for the title? Roxanne claims she was a Julia fan before anyone else was a Julia fan.
Of course.
Did like that. That's my favorite explanation. Has wanted this match and called it a dream match. Claiming Julia came to NXT for her. NXT is also saying that NXT is entering a new era, and the only person who deserves to hold the title is Roxanne. Julia is then asked, what happens? Julia asks Roxanne, what happens when she beats her for the title? Roxanne says she won't. Next question is then for Julia, who this time does not need it translated and can speak perfect English. Also, why does Funaki have subtitles? We can understand Funaki. In fact, I wanted subtitles for Roxanne. In that case, it's like, why do Funaki need subtitles? He's speaking English. Julia can speak English. But anyway, Julia asked if the buzz around her makes her feel overconfident. She said no. She feels good about moving to America. Nothing has changed for her. She's still the most feared woman in wrestling. Again, very, very good promo. But why can she speak English now, but she couldn't speak for the first answer? It's just strange. Julia tries to carry on, but they're interrupted by someone asking a question from somewhere. And then Saxton wants to keep it in order. Say, please wait until you're called on to ask your question. It happens again, and then the Titantron turns up. And who should appear? Is it say his name? No. It's only Stephanie Bloody Vakia. Who asks, what are they going to do when she's waiting on the other side of this title match? And that's the image we close out on, with Stephanie Vakia on the Titantron behind Roxanne and Julia with his face down. Oh my goodness, let's go. I'll ask you what you thought of this entire thing, because oh my goodness, let's go.
I've got a problem with this.
Oh.
Don't be wrong.
It.
I loved it. Don't be wrong. I loved this whole thing. And it's great to see Stephanie actually do something. Rather than be, oh look, I'm in the crowd, yeah. This whole thing of, yeah, you're a name, and you're well established elsewhere in the world. That's great. You can't just come in and get a title shot. It's like, I bet it's like this for Julia as well. Like, she beat Chelsea Green. I'm not talking down Chelsea here or anything, but that's not an achievement.
Yeah, because everyone kind of beats her. That's kind of a thing.
You know, like, She's like, you know, if it put it in like a perspective of like she's on a losing streak. Chelsea Green.
Shout out Kurt Hawkins.
You know, Kurt Hawkins, Barry
Yeah.
Horowitz, like.
She's about to be thrown into a dumpster, a bin in 2 weeks' time.
So it's like Julia should have had a program at least with someone else first, before going on to this. And I think the same goes for Vakir. Vakir should have someone else before Roxanne or Julia. But I've got my projection here that I have for this entire thing. That is partly what I think will happen, and also what I want to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. That's the only issue I had with it. Other than as well the issue with the translation, as you said, with the she knows English, so why is Funaki there?
Yeah. Funaki was there for one thing, to translate Julia's one promo, arguably the best promo as well.
Yeah.
Like, had Julia said that,
Funaki was there for the fan service.
yeah.
We all love Funaki here. Like,
I want to know what Funaki was writing down on that notepad. I want to see on that notepad. He was just squiggling. Like, I want to know what he's writing down.
He's just writing down his next lines for the SmackDown GM role.
Yes. Oh, it was.
So after, you know, Nicholas Depiculus gets fired or taken out, whatever, bring in Funaki.
I might have been misremembering this. I know there's definitely subtitles. Was someone actually translating it for him, like speaking over the subtitles?
I believe so. Yeah.
That was,
that was because it was on my feed. There was that. Yeah. So you had
why?
So you had the what's the word? The live translator, I guess, for TV audiences, as well as Funaki translating it for Julia.
Funaki lives in an English-speaking country and has done for many, many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
We can understand him. I wasn't looking. I get distracted by subtitles.
Yeah. So
I read them even if I not listen. But I stopped reading subtitles and just listen to Funaki, seeing whether he actually needed it. He doesn't need it.
Like, he didn't need it in the 90s.
Like, this was just, it was just so unnecessary.
Yeah,
like,
I guess they are going for the whole, you know, like foreign market though. So it's like they need to go with the whole shebang, I guess. But
they've done this since she's arrived. Like, she came in, she said 3 words. Then she couldn't understand English. She needed Funaki in Ava's office. But then, literally after Funaki said one thing, she understood Roxanne and spoke English to her.
Mm-hmm.
But now she needs a translator again. Like, what are we doing? Does she need a translator or not? If she does, fine. She doesn't need it.
We're gonna keep going and make it a whole storyline in that she needs her, and then she don't, and then she does, and then she don't, until one day she turns on him, and then that's a new feud going forward. Julia versus Funaki.
Fuck it, damn it. Yeah. But no, as a whole, I didn't particularly like the press conference stuff.
You did or did?
It just, like, the in-ring stuff was great. But it wasn't what, again, it's my expectation of it, what I thought it was going to be, so I guess it's kind of on me. But it didn't land for me.
Yeah.
This whole press and stuff. I like this stuff usually, but it just didn't land for me on this one. But I liked this bit, and it was very, very The promos were excellent.
Yeah.
Although it's not it's nothing to do with what happened on the show. It's more like Roxanne. She has the belt done up too much, and the faceplate is coming away, and it's giving me anxiety. Like, it's giving me huge anxiety. Like, it's gonna break. Stop doing that. I have to take these off the wall occasionally because I don't want to get too knackered. Like, stop. Why do you have to have it that tight on your arm? Like, you're going to break it. Ethan Page does it well. The side plate's coming off. Obafemi's title, the side plate's coming off. Stop. Look after these titles, or get someone to fix them.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
it was a case with the.
It's not like you're a multi-billion-dollar company.
It gives me proper anxiety. Like, it's going to break. It's. I think it all started with the white IC title with the Miz, to the point where the strap wasn't. You couldn't hold my strap. Like, Miz held the title one-handed, and the back strap dropped down.
Yeah.
Like, it's fix your damn titles. TNA are doing it at the minute. One of the side plates for the world title is coming off. That title is less than 8 months old. It's about 8 months old, that title, and it's already falling apart. What are these people doing to these titles? What did Moose do to that title?
You don't know. Like, never forget. Never forget though, the WWF Hardcore title was a repurposed Winged Eagle.
Was it though? I don't think it was. But yeah, it's just I can't look at the title because I think it's just going to fall, and you're going to break the titles. Why is she wearing it so tight around her arm? It's not a natural position for that to be in.
No, it's not. No. It's
Also,
around,
the Velcro.
It's around the waist or loosely on the shoulder.
By the way, do you know what feud I'm most invested in NXT at the minute?
Is it Hangtech and the OC?
No, it's Roxanne Perez versus the Velcro on a title. That's the feud I'm into. Because every time Roxanne has some sort of long gear or her hair gets stuck in the Velcro.
I know your true answer now for your most interesting feud in NXT. It's Ashante Adonis and penciled in Nikki.
Yeah. Yes. You know what? You know, if CM Punk can do it, I can do it. I'm a special referee for that match. I will make the poster.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm making that poster.
Just and then just the red rose comes out, and then Nikki's like,
and Mike's holding sign up in the ring at ringside saying, "I'm hopeful."
I'm hopeful. Ashante, you need some lectural healing.
And someone else, maybe you can hold up a sign saying that you've got an over semi.
I could, yeah, but my would say over semi, honk honk.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Anywho, like I said, Stephanie Vakia has arrived but not arrived. She's just somewhere via satellite.
Yes.
That's the thing, or Zoom, or whatever. Do you get satellite or via Zoom?
Satellite. Yeah, satellite.
Yeah.
Look, it just a Zoom call. It's like
TNA have. Oh yeah, TNA do a lot.
I can't unpicture that now. Just like answer the Zoom call, Stephanie. Stephanie, answer the Zoom call.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, can you imagine? Just like the little mic icon appears in the corner, saying like you're on mute, Stephanie.
Yeah, he's just going. Like, you're on mute.
I kind of want someone to do that now. Like it'd be horrible, but also great.
Oh, it'd be all anyone's talking about for for next week. Like, remember when Stephanie McKay was on mute? Like, you can't mute me.
Who do you think you are?
Oh dear.
But no.
But yes, there we go. That was the go home show for the debut on the CW next week. Live from Chicago, Illinois, the All-State Arena. Yes, All-State, yeah.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yes. Got a lot going on. And I know you want to do predictions and preview for the show, but I don't have the matches written down for next week.
I do.
I know a couple.
I do.
Cool, let's go. I know 3.
There's 4 matches. Well, there's 5 things, 4 matches. So, we'll kick off with the thing that's not a match. Miz TV with Ofemi and Tony D'Angelo. And now we're setting up for the next week, on the 8th.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. I think it'll be just same stuff that we've seen already. I think Obo will be like, you're a broken man. I can see you're broken.
Yeah.
And then, in comes Matt Hardy. Because he heard broken and then it's then Tony D'Angelo. It's over me against Matt Hardy for North America title.
In the ultimate deletion.
That Oba still wins because he's over me.
Yeah, even though you can't really pinfall's not a thing in a deletion match, but you can still you can use fireworks.
If Oba falls into the lake of rejuvenation,
Reincarnation.
What happens to him?
Yeah, what would he turn into? Reincarnation. What did he used to do before? What was his career? What's in NIL? What was that?
I'm not sure. I think football, maybe. Sorry, American football. I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
But he's Nigerian, so maybe not.
Well,
I don't know.
Hopefully, he can find Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat.
Maybe.
Maybe Vanguard 1 will help him out.
But no, seriously though, Femi and D'Angelo, I think it'll be a good setup for the following week, and I think we'll get a lot of what we've seen already. We'll get very much the underdog D'Angelo, and sort of disenfranchised Oba, in that he doesn't see what Tony believes. Like, Tony Balboa is, he's gonna try and win this, and he's gonna try and prove himself wrong, mainly because in his heart of hearts he knows he can't beat Femi, but if he can beat Femi, he'll prove himself wrong, and he'll be a champion, and be the first guy to beat over and stuff like that.
It'd be interesting to see what role the Miz plays in this.
Yeah.
But let's go.
I think Miz is just good to take some sort of move.
Yeah.
Be it a spinebuster, or be it a choke slam, or a power bomb, whatever.
I'm wondering if. No, I can't see it working. I was because if on Raw, obviously we've got people saying Miz isn't that Miz isn't a monster and all that stuff, but I can't see anything played out in it.
Yeah. But yeah, that is Miz TV.
Miz TV.
Up next we have the street fight between Wesley and Zachary Wentz.
Let's go.
Who have you got for this?
Wesley.
Boo.
Tie up.
Boo.
Tie up. like I said, last match of Battle for Glory with maybe Trey as special referee, like you said.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're
I
going with it. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I fully agree. That's why I have to. Although mentioning Gigi has made me think, will she be involved in some way? I know she's injured, but
What would be really, really good, but they won't do it because it's because I'm massively overbooking this. Like, it's never going to happen. Cause I can't see Wes doing it, but Wes just destroys Wentz. Like they both promise blood in this.
yeah,
Like, they promise blood. What if Gigi throws a towel in?
yeah, that could be it. That could literally be it. Yeah,
That would be so great. But then, can you really progress from there? That's like a final thing. If you throw the towel in, then you're done. I can't see it continue the feud.
If Gigi gets involved and throws a towel in, Gigi's been embedded now into this feud.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how far that can go because she's not cleared, I don't think, to wrestle. So maybe not, but having her maybe as a referee at Battle for Glory might be something. Potentially, I don't know.
Yeah. But see, this is a street fight. So where do you kind of go with Battle for Glory? Because like with feuds like this, you have to take up levels.
Yeah.
You've gone from stand-up one-on-one to street fight. What's next for Battle for Glory? Perhaps we just a straight-up match again, but yeah, like with a special referee.
Something like a steel cage.
Treehouse match.
Yeah.
Treehouse match.
Just you can't see anything because
Maybe in a steel cage.
you can't see anything because of there's just smoke everywhere, like in the treehouse.
Yeah, there's got smoke machines going all around the ring. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Everyone's coughing. Like,
but no, I think
and everyone's...
I think like to go from normal to street fight, it has to be something a bit more extreme.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, I know there's only one booked, but have two. Monsters Ball.
Oh.
For the first time ever, there's two Monsters Ball matches. We've starved all four people for 24 hours beforehand.
Yeah. I love that stipulation of that match. I love it. Lock in a room. It just, even though obviously they're not. Spoiler alert, they're not.
Yeah.
But it just, wow, I love that so much.
Mm-hmm. But no, I think I don't know, a steel cage or something like that. So where neither man can escape, you know.
Maybe because I would really want to be in 6 Sides of Steel because I love that match. Or because you can't really do at least a lockdown match for one-on-one, but something like that where weapons on the side of the cage.
So an asylum match.
Not quite because because you cannot get out of that freaking cage.
Yeah.
Someone had that match the other week. An indie company had a Steel Asylum match.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
A UK indie company had Ultimate X.
Yeah, a couple of them have.
What if we did an Ultimate X match, but just 1v1?
That has happened before. It has happened, but what are you climbing up for? Or maybe they go with like Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray, where they had a ladder match to get a hammer down.
Yeah. Or they just do.
It's a job.
You know what? It's TNA. Do something wacky. Do a cinematic match between them. Like you can have them feud anywhere. You could be literally fighting in a random building or on the street, and just film it as a cinematic.
What would be hilarious is if they started off in the Impact Zone, but ended up at the CWC.
That'd be very cool.
That would be incredible.
Mm. But like an empty, but not a show.
Yeah.
An empty, an empty CWC.
Yeah. They've literally just fought all the way from Detroit to Orlando.
Yeah, but have them fight on the train. Like, just like say they're on the same train going to.
I mean, I think at that distance has to be a plane. I don't know this. I don't imagine it's close.
They're fighting up the little staircase that goes into the plane, and they're fighting on the plane itself in the seats. And
Oh, I know it's like in GTA where Trevor's flying the plane, but Michael gets on the plane to get to the same spot.
Yeah. Oh, but no, we are both thinking Wesley for this.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. Otherwise, you can't do the third match bound for glory. So.
Yeah.
If that wins twice, what's the point?
That's it. Like, it just does nothing for anyone.
Exactly. So yeah, we have a tag match. We have Lola Vice and Jada Parker taking on two members of Fatal Influence in what is very much the match of one of these things is not like the others.
Definition.
So yeah, firstly, I think Fatal Influence will win, and I think it'll be Fallon and JC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I think Lola and Jada will get along, and by the time they do, it'll be too late.
Yeah. Can they coexist? No, they can't.
Yeah. You know, the typical staple of tag team wrestling. Can they coexist?
Yeah. After the match, they get Lola and Jada will get beat down, and then Kalani Mitsave set up for Halloween Havoc.
Yes, that's the 6-person tag. Because cool, why not? Okay.
But again, Spin the Wheel make a deal. I want a Devil's Playground match, something like that.
Yeah, just something
Put stipulation on it.
Something that we've never seen before.
Or if one member of Fatal Influence pins Kalani, they become champion.
That'd be sick. They did that back in 2000 at King of the Ring. It was like who was it? It was the owner of the company, his son, and I think it was The Rock against
probably
Taker, Austin, and someone else. Maybe Triple H, I can't remember. But it was if Austin's team lost. No, if Rock's team lost, sorry, because Rock was champion. If Rock's team lost, then whoever is the winning pinfall becomes champion.
Yeah,
and I think
it's been done.
I think Taker won that one. I think Taker won the title that way.
That's it. It's been done. In TNA have done it. It was Angle and Joe versus the Dudleys. Like Joe was X-Men champion, Kurt was world champion, and Dudleys were tag champs. Whoever pinned won that person's title.
Yeah.
And Angle won the tag. Joe won the tag titles, and then you had that big match between Joe and Angle when you got Angle all belts.
Yeah.
Like it's a stipulation that can be really effective. It's a fun stipulation. Like I will definitely do it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I agree. They should spin the wheel and make a deal. But not now, because that's Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, wait a while.
So yeah, I think Fatal Influence win. What side are you on for that argument? Are you Team Lola Jada or are you Team Fatal Influence?
I'm going with Fatal Influence.
Fair enough. So yeah, we move on to the penultimate match on here. The NXT Women's Championship between champion Roxanne Perez and challenger Julia. Who's your pick for this? in what is, by the way, a
Um,
very tough match to call.
Yeah. But I'm going and new NXT World Champion, Julia. Yeah,
It's so stupid.
I think it's become a thing now. Like Juicy Lucy, like intellectuals, like Obasemi, it's become a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this Roxanne's going to the main roster. She should be. This is enough to finish it off. Have Julia take NXT into this new era. I think it's Roxanne. Give Roxanne her flowers and have her go out in a big way.
Fair.
I kind of miss the big send-off match for the person going up to the main roster. Yeah, we haven't had that in a while. Not since, I'd say, Ricochet and Aleister Black has it really been important. I think this is the one.
Okay. I'm going to go with, and still champion,
Okay.
Roxanne. I think it's too soon to give it to Julia straight away, firstly. I think there's more appeal in a Roxanne Vakir match right now. Not saying there won't be appeal down the line for a Julia Vakir match, because there's absolutely appeal for that as well. But right now, the best move is to keep the belt on Roxanne. Let Julia get more accustomed to NXT. Let Vakir get more accustomed to NXT before putting them in a situation where they can win a title, or when they do win a title. I do agree. Roxanne deserves her flowers, absolutely. But I think it's coming next year. Towards if I had to guess, towards Mania season. Stand and Deliver, I reckon, is Roxanne's last match in NXT. And that's the match where she loses the title to someone who's risen up in the ranks. So, be it a Sol Ruka or a Fallon Headley or a JC Jane, just someone in the wings. And then that person could go on to feud with Julia or Vakir. Because Roxanne doesn't need to at this point. Like, Roxanne would beat Julia here.
Yeah.
Roxanne beats Vakir. Like, these are like wars, these fights. But Roxanne wins both of them. And then both of them move on. At some point in the future, you can maybe do a three-way between Roxanne, Julia, and Vakir. And then, because that's another dream match for me there. But
yeah, banger. I thought that.
but I think to go forward, Roxanne needs to lose title to someone who's been part of NXT for a little bit. Like, so, Lola Vices, the Jada Parkers, the Sol Rukas, like these lot. Like, ideally, Cora Jade, but I know Cora is too injury prone at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. I want to see Cora Jade back too. I just think with this match, I don't know, I can just feel it. I don't. Although, now I have to think about it properly, for Roxanne to add Julia and Stephanie Vakir to the list of names she's beaten is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she didn't need it, but oh my god, did it do so much for her.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But it's also just, I don't know, I don't think they should be rewarding new names just for signing with them.
Basically, don't pull a TNA.
Yeah.
And just give the new person the title.
Like, sure, give them the match, but don't let them win. Because Roxanne needs to hold the title for, in my opinion, at least a year.
What about Ethan Page?
we'll get to him too. We'll get to him. So yeah, I think Roxanne retains, and I think she'll keep doing defenses against people. Maybe bring in some maybe most of women to defend against as well. But ultimately, Roxanne holds title until Stand and Deliver, where she loses it to someone. I don't know who, but someone.
If Roxanne makes it stand and deliver, that's 365 days, isn't it? That's a year.
I think so, yeah.
Full year.
And that would be a full year and a reign that she actually deserves, rather than that bullshit one she had. When she lost it into fucking Indy Hartwell. No, sorry, she vacated, didn't she? The title was vacant, but
yeah, but she walked in as champion. It's a weird mix. But would that be Asuka's reign then?
I don't think so. I think Asuka was
400 days.
Asuka had it around 400 times, didn't she?
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's not about beating Asuka's record or being the longest reigning champion. It's about giving her a long reign. Like, it's not about having the longest reign.
What, since April? So May, June, July, August, September. 5 months. Yeah. Okay. Now I think about it. Yeah.
So.
But I still Julia.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so we are different on that one.
Yeah.
And the final match on here that's set for next week is for the NXT Championship, the men's one. Champion Ethan Page defends against Trick Williams. Who have you got?
New NXT champion.
New X Division champion.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a horrible new X Division champion, Trick Williams. Ah, no, thank you.
Yeah, as if we've not heard that before.
I think I put back on Trick, aren't they?
Yeah, seems that way.
Which would be a travesty.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, disgusting behaviour from NXT if they do that, but they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. There's no logic in putting the belt back on Trick. There isn't.
No.
There is no logic to put it back on Trick, but they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah. Is that you, like, done? Your comments?
Yeah, I honestly can't even discuss it anymore because I know it's going to happen.
So I'm going with and no still
got me, damn it.
Champion Ethan Page. I'm going with Ethan Page. Absolutely. If this was standard 1v1, I'd be like, yeah, Trish wins this absolutely. The fact that CM Punk is in this match and he's involved as a referee, it screams shenanigans. It screams a certain Scottish giant man. It's
Punk.
what was it? Big E and Big D, like it just shouts to me Drew McIntyre's gonna get involved in this match. And he's gonna probably he's probably gonna hit Punk with a Claymore. And he won't care who got the pin between Ethan and Trick. But it'll be Ethan.
Oh, what if Drew has a referee shirt?
Maybe. he takes the bracelet back, he takes the ref shirt off Punk and
Drew, Punk's favourite.
Yeah. Like, I legitimately think Ethan wins. Also because the CW favours Ethan Page more than Trick Williams. Like, the CW is more, how do I say it? It's more of an edgier kind of show. Channel, sorry. Yeah. So, Ethan's, the way he speaks and the way he delivers himself, in his promos and his work, everything, even his finisher, is a bit more edgy. Like, you know, I say because ego's edge. Oh, pardon. I'm saying it's literally a release move. It looks fucking dangerous. Yeah. Like,
great move. I want Paige to win.
Yeah, I think to me is screaming Ethan wins this match now.
I hope so.
Because the moment they announced Trick and Ethan, I was like, fuck. But the moment they added Punk into this, and I realized the dates, because this is like the 1st and Bad Blood's the 5th. Like, you know, Punk and Drew are feuding. There's no way Drew's not getting involved here.
A week of, yeah, they've got to do something like that.
Like, there's something happening here, and I think Ethan wins via interference or via something. But
yeah, more like
I think Trick wins the title down the line, absolutely. I think he wins it somewhere on CW. I don't know where, but somewhere. But Ethan holds it for now, and Ethan plays the heel character of Trick, you fucking lost. Back of the line.
Right.
You know? So Trick can
Actually.
do Heritage Cup, or Trick can do North American title, whatever. In fact, Ferry and Trick, that's a match I want to see for a while anyway.
This just feels like, I said it when I started it, but it just feels like what TNA did with Josh Alexander. When he lost the title to Moose, he had to go through all these obstacles, and he even using the exact same thing of control your emotions. That was the thing Josh had, and it's the same thing Rick has. I think it's identical. I think the first opportunity he gets, he's got the title back. I want to be wrong, but I shouldn't guess.
No, I think, and maybe I'm being optimistic here. I don't know. I think you're right.
No, I really want Paige. It's just not. I can't see it.
The thing is, I can, and I can see the vision. And I think,
hope so.
And I just think Trick's time is not now. Like, Trick can do a lot more other things. There's other things for Trick to do other than go for the world title.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like, he get killed by Femi for a program, you know, like.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, I'm going to Ethan Page for that. So you got Trick, I've got Ethan. You've got Julia, I've got Roxanne. We both got Wes and Fatal Influence. So we will see who comes out on top in terms of predictions for that.
Yeah.
I hope it's me for both our sakes. Because if Julia wins, I'm gonna be angry. Because I like Julia, I love Julia. Don't get me wrong, but it goes against everything I believe in pro wrestling.
Fair.
So
Fair.
It's all really good giving someone the chance, but giving them the title is one step further that you shouldn't go.
No. Yeah, that's fair.
You know, as a wise scholar once said, that's the benefit of having a chest infection, is that your throat can do more like that without actually hurting.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah.
But yeah, that does bring an end to this show. If you want to take it away, please, Craig.
Okay. So yes, so there we have it. That was NXT, that review and a little preview for you as well, and some predictions included. Let us know what you think in the comments. Agree, disagree. Let us know. It all goes towards that algorithm. Of course, like, share, subscribe. Follow, the Twitter's back and we're running now, isn't it? So you can actually follow HCW Show on Twitter. All goes to good cause. Of course, you can follow DBZ. You can follow the MIC. You can follow us here, there, and everywhere. and see what we're up to. Why not? But I guess on that, I've been that MIC. This has been that DPZ. Like, share, support wrestling. Goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye. Ethan Page will win a match.